So I'd like to give you my observation on using the stair protectors from Ramboard versus Bossman. So the first thing that I notice is when you get the pack, you start installing them, you have to put some thought into how many stairs you have. So if you have an employee who's not quite knowing how many tread and risers he had or steps, you may need to buy an extra pack and only use 2 of the protectors out of the 6 pack. So you're spending a bit more money, and that stuff might end up going just in the garbage. It'll never be used. So there's a bit of a waste there that you have to account for. Installing these, it was somewhat annoying, I think I would say, because you have to think. So you're putting down the Ramboard here, okay, your protector, and this one here's got an edge to it like this, and it's got some stiffness. So when it always wants to curl out, so you have to really push hard, tape it, okay, and then you put a few steps, and you got to tape the edges, because if you don't tape the edges, it just wants to kick out on you every single time. So you have to take your time and really do it right. And if you have an employee who's a little bit careless, it's not going to get done right, and you won't get proper protection. This is a fairly elaborate staircase, but it's also standard now. There's more staircases like this. So there's 2 landings. So as soon as you got a landing, you need a full roll of Ramboard or some pieces you have laying around that you got to cut. So either you've wasted another full roll of Ramboard completely, or you have a chunk that you've saved of something, cardboard, anything, paper. So you may not have the right protection, so you got to cut a chunk out. And then all of these, this riser here wasn't protected, and there's nothing here to protect. So the protectors that they have doesn't go around here very well, or it doesn't at all because of the shape. You have to cut a chunk of Ramboard, bend it in half, fold it, and tape it again. So that's what I noticed installing this. These are 34 inches wide. Bossman is 36. It is completely standard. So there's also a bit more coverage with the Bossman. So if you have any debris going underneath here, coming to the side, a boot kind of comes and scuffs here, you will damage these nice staircases here. So that's my observation with this, and I was also a little bit winded doing it because it was fairly labor intensive, and it also took 32 minutes versus 3 minutes. It's a no-brainer. You cannot reuse this whatsoever. We're going to take a video now assembling all of this product, see how long it takes. Our product, you could for sure re-roll it, reuse it again, non-issue, even after it's been on a job site for quite a while. Another last thing I know here is this is a 14-day tape, and Ramboard does say their tape is 14 days. It's more money than this. This is why I use this. This is what regular pretty much all contractors use. So after 14 days, you should take this off and re-tape it. You don't want to take a chance and peeling up varnish with your tape. Ours is after 1 month. We recommend that you just remove your Bossman, inspect to make sure it doesn't peel any varnish, and reapply it again. The odds are you'll have 0 issues. Just reapply it and you're good to go. So there's another thing here. You might have to redo this again in 14 days. That's it. Another thing too to note is if you had any water spills or something, these would wear out quite quickly just from using the Ramboard product. As soon as you have water on this and you start climbing and your boots are sort of wearing on this, you definitely will wear through this and have to replace them. There's no doubt about it. Bossman is fully waterproof. You'll never have that issue. Other thing too is as I'm walking down here, I can actually feel my boots grip to this, and they kind of want to catch and sort of like bend down the corners here. You can't help it. It's just the way you walk. You know, see, they're already starting. Look. it's just the way the design, you can't help it, and it's difficult. It's only on the way down. So this could be a major slipping hazard and even tripping as well. So there's some WSIB claims to think about here as well. You got to factor that in. And if that's worth something to a contractor is to be extremely safe, you won't have this issue with Bossman. Bossman will stick, and that is not going anywhere. It's going to stay put right where it is. Closing notes on tearing down the ram board. If this product here was on a job site for quite a while, let's say a week and a half, 2 weeks, first thing that would cross your mind as a contractor is, did my tape adhere really well to the wood, and is it going to peel any varnish, is basically what I'm trying to say. As I'm taking this down, I was being careful. And it took roughly 6 minutes to tear down the staircase. If this was on here a lot longer, I probably would have went quite a bit slower, making sure the tape is peeled off really, really well, and it just on an angle, kind of put a bend to it to make sure you don't take off any varnish. And God forbid, if it did take varnish off, it would be a bit of a disaster. It wouldn't be pleasant at all. Not a nice situation to deal with. So tear down could have been a lot longer if it was on there quite a bit longer. If not, you know, it's still a fairly time-consuming thing. So I'm just going to pretend to go change a light with ram board on the ground and the tape wasn't applied. Okay, so if that's a scenario that you're in, first things first, you'll notice that the ladder is just pretty dangerous here. And the ladder here, as you're climbing up, you'll notice here that somebody was doing jerky moves. This could be dangerous if you're changing the light. So this is something that is to be thinking about when using a product like this without tape. Now that we got some Bossman, we'll do the exact same tests. We're going to check to see how the Bossman is adhered to the floor. Ladder feels like it's not going to move at all. And then going to the top, fixing the light. Actually, there's something, the ladder feels like it's like sinking, the feet are sinking into the Bossman. It's actually quite stable. I'm also going to remove the ladder now, and I want to show you, you can hear the adhesion of the product on the ground here. So now that we're done tearing down all the product, this is garbage. You can't help it. This is completely reusable and ready to roll out again. So it's going in the truck.